Roar!
Live on the acres of sweet apples. Chapter 1. Within the acres of sweet apples there lived a mighty stallion, and a large and muscled stallion was he. For his story of a stallion or largeness and muscles refers to a pony of great might, a pony named Big Macintosh. Upon a sunnish morning on the acres of sweet apples, the stallion, Big Macintosh, of the largeness and muscles, was pulling a plough. Sought fields of soil the deep brown colors of dark chocolate. The plough plowed easily, because Big Macintosh was a strong stallion, and the strength with which he pulled easily moved it. When there came a scream. Ah! The scream came with a sound as if a pony was trapped by a large object, but not as large as Big Macintosh's muscles. Big Macintosh knew that if there was a pony to be saved, his muscles must save them, and he would have to be there. So he went there fast, galloping with the swiftness of speed like a fast-moving river down a steep mountain of rocks where it picked up speed until it was moving with electricity. And thus is Macintosh go, with that speed, to where the pony has screamed. Upon arriving at a place where a pony was trapped, he could see this pony beneath a pile of rocks was Cheerily. He loved Cheeriel with the love of a big heart, because a heart is a muscle and all of Big Macintosh's muscles was large. So when he saw the pony her came to save, he knew he had to work quickly to rescue her and aid in her escape. "I come to rescue you," Macintosh said, with a deep voice like a rumble of thunder on a summer day when there's a storm. "I was plowing a field with I heard a scream, and I thought you might need my muscles to save you, so I came. I'll save you now."
Good!
Cheerily answers happily, because even if she was under a gargantuan pile of rocks, she was happy to have a stallion with many muscles come to save her from being trapped beneath it forever. He, Big Macintosh, put his large hoofs against one of the rocks, a big one that was somewhere near the middle of the pile, and pushed as his muscles pushed against his skin. The orcs left when they exploded violently away, because that was how strong Big Macintosh was with his muscles pursuing them. "I'm saved! Thank you, Big Macintosh!" Cheerily aid.
"You're welcome,"
Big Macintosh said.
"I love you."
"Oh, well, I love you. That way, also, I think we should be special some ponies,"
Cheerily said. Cheerily smiled with happiness and was in love with Big Macintosh, and because he saved her and she liked his muscles that got rocks off of her.
"I don't know,"
Big Macintosh said. He really did want to be her special some pony, but for some reason he said he didn't. It was like something inside him couldn't decide, even though he would decide he wanted to love Cheerily. So he said that he didn't know. Then more rocks tumbled down upon Cheerily, with a loud crash like a bunch of drums falling down a big flight of stairs, if drums were rocks. She screamed and felt an ache in her heart because she didn't know if Macintosh was her special some pony, and also how she'd get out from under these rocks.
"I wish I'd thought I'd be a special some pony,"
Big Macintosh said in his head so Cheerily couldn't hear. But his muscles heard his deep voice that didn't say anything, and they got to pushing the rocks again, because if Big Macintosh wanted to be Cheerily's special some pony, he was going to rescue for her from all the rocks that fell on her. When Cheerily was free again, she smiled at Macintosh and said,
"I rescues you because I want you to be my special some pony."
"Good,"
Cheerily said. Cheerilee kissed Macintosh and Macintosh kissed Cheerilee, and they pressed together like toe boards that were nailed together with no space between them, because they nailed them really good.
Lee like your muscles and your deep voice, Cheerilee said.
Good, Macintosh said, and he was glad because Cheerilee loved him and loved his muscles, which he had a lot of. That meant she loved him a lot.
I like your pretty face and the eye of color you have.
Good,
Cheerilee said. She had eyes of color all the time, so she knew he would love her forever. They loved each other because Big Macintosh moved rocks and saved her. And there was love in that was deeper than a hole in the ground that led to the core of the earth, which is the deepest thing, and they loved deeper than that. They got married, and it was beautiful because it was a lovely day on the spring with the apples on the trees of the acres of sieved apples, where the sun was shone with a glow like a giant candle that was bright enough to make it daytime. Other ponies were there, such as Applejack, Applebloom, Granny Smith, and Applejack's friends, and Applebloom's friends, and other ponies from town. There were many ponies on that brightly day, and Cheerilee and Macintosh got married then. All the ponies were so happy because they could see the love that Big Macintosh and Cheerilee had shown in their eye. The goodness of the day was increased when no rocks fell on Cheerilee and Big Macintosh could not use his massive muscles for saving her, but for marrying her. This made the day better than any day before when they weren't married yet, and sometimes rocks fell, because they liked getting married and they got to get married to each other, which was good. At the end of the day, they were married and liked together forever. Hello everyone, this is Visual Pony from Pony&Wolf Productions, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. At this point, I want to thank all of our amazing patrons on Patreon for supporting this channel with their monthly donations and keeping the lights on around here. Now, more than ever, it is important that you support your favorite content creators, because due to YouTube's new content policy changes, we, along with other content creators, had to demonetize a lot of our most profitable videos. For us, those are the Fallout Equestria stories. As you can see on the graph on screen right now, our earnings per video used to be relatively okay. Even though the earnings were never enough for a viable career, it was enough for a good, decent side income. Now we are struggling to pay our bills. If you want to support us for as little as $1 a month, you can do so by clicking on our Patreon link down in the description below. And you can get wonderful perks like, for example, early access to all of our stuff. Sometimes things like this are recorded months in advance. Voice acting lessons from me or Midnight if you really want to. And you can join our Patreon Discord server. Even though it may look like there's not much going on in there, I am actually checking it on the daily. Thank you for listening to this message, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day.